Okay, guys, time for the list of 2022 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees, and they are Beck, Pat Benatar, Kate Bush, Devo, Duran Duran, Eminem, Eurythmics, Judas Priest, De La Cootie, the MC5, New York Dolls, Dolly Parton, Rage Against the Machine, Lionel Richie, Carly Simon, Tribe Called Quest, and Dionne Warwick. Okay, so if I don't know enough about a particular artist, I consider myself pretty good on music. Like music all my life. I'm 40 plus, so I've been around music for a long time. Um, when you're 40 plus years old, you have a nice little background on music, and I have a nice background on music. So, but there are still some artists that I don't like. I was really not particularly a fan of 90s alternative. I did not like grunge music. I like the 80s rock much better. But, here's the deal. If I don't know enough about an artist, I'm just going to let you know, and we'll move on to the next one. Now, Beck. Really, honestly, the only song I ever heard by Beck, because I was not a fan of that music, was Loser. I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? I don't know enough about the guy to sit here and say he's good, he's bad. I just know that I never cared for that sound, that 90s kind of alternative sound. I called it, believe it or not, I called it college music because that's what the stuff my brother played. He's 40, he'll be 46 next month. And that's the stuff he played in the 90s when he was in college, him and his college buddies. So I call it college music. It's not meant to be insulting. My comments aren't meant to be dirty or nasty or anything like that. It's just something I call it. But, 90s alternative. I'm not a big fan of it, but, I don't know enough about Beck as an artist to say, give him a nod, no, yes, no, whatever. But, so, it is what it is. I do know enough about this next artist to know she should have been in a long time ago. She was eligible a long time ago, and that's Pat Benatar. I would love to see her get in this year. I can't see them nominating Pat Benatar again and her not getting in again. If that is how this turns out and I see some of these other names on here get in, I'm done. Pat Benatar don't get in this year, I'm done with the Rock Hall. I want to see her in. She was, again, eligible for a long time now. Her music's great. Her music is rock and roll. Shouldn't part of the part of the requirements to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I mean, and this argument happens every year. You gotta have rock and roll, at least a guitar in your songs. Okay, so Pat Benatar, yeah, I want to see her in this year. She's more than deserving. I hope she gets in. It's likely that she will. Hopefully she does. Anyway, I'll be very upset if she doesn't. Kate Bush, I don't know enough about Kate Bush, so we're just going to move on to the next one. Devo. Devo's a novelty act. I mean, they had one song that's almost as old as I am. It's called Whip It, and that's it. It's a pop song or a novelty act. I really, if you're a Devo fan and you don't like my comments on Devo, I'm sorry. They're not meant to be rude or offensive or anything, but honestly, you need to have more than one big song to get to be eligible to get in there. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. Duran Duran would definitely be more deserving. They're a pop act. I consider them a pop act. They were, very big through the 80s and into the, in the 90s. I have the Rio album, and I have a greatest hits compilation from them in my collection. Very proud to have that music. It's not bad. If I had to choose between them and like Eminem, the next name of my artist, Eminem is a rapper. If you put Eminem in the Hall of Fame, why was Vanilla Ice not inducted years ago? So if you're going to put Eminem in there, Vanilla Ice, anybody remember him? Ice, Ice, baby. He had that song penned out in 1983. What was Eminem doing in 1983? Now, Ice Ice Baby didn't become a hit till 1990-91. But, again, I ask, when Vanilla Ice started penning out Ice Ice Baby, what was Eminem doing? Just saying. You're gonna know if you're gonna put a rap artist in there, You need to put an earlier rap artist in there. Just saying, guys. Eurythmics. Again, like an 80s pop group. I can see some other names on this list more deserving. I don't have a problem with any of their music. I do have some of their music in my collection. I think I have a compilation. Guys, you start getting close to 1,000 CDs in a collection. Sometimes you gotta go back just to remember what you have. But I do have like a greatest hits compilation from them. I like their music. Do I think they're as deserving as some of the other artists to get in there? But honorably mentioned, yeah, mention them, sure. I don't know if they're eligible based on their content, but honorable mention, sure. Judas Priest, oh hell yeah, let's get Judas Priest the hell in there. They should have been in there a long time ago. They've been eligible for a long time. Good stuff, like their music. It's rock and roll. Fela Kuti, guys, I don't know enough about them about Fela Kuti. I don't know enough about that artist to even make one single comment. So we're just going to move on to the next one. The MC5. This is a group that keeps on showing up on this list. Now I know there are some people that were around, back in the late '60s, early '70s. That Ted Nugent mentioned them a couple times. I think he said he jammed with them a couple times. You kind of have to have something that was like relevant, I think, to get in the Hall of Fame. Some rock and roll music that was like actually relevant. Now, did they influence people? I'm sure they influenced some people, but you go back and you look at the charts. I mean, there are other names that are not being mentioned that are never being nominated simply because they have issues with Jan Winter, and they're getting nominated. These people are not getting nominated because they have issues with that guy, and whether it's political issues or whatnot. Ted Nugent, somebody that'll probably never be nominated. His music has guitars in it. It's rock and roll. Now, not that MC5's music is not rock and roll, but I'm just saying the MC5 is just you don't. They're not known for anything memorable. Did they influence people? Hell yeah, they influenced some people, but their stuff is not memorable. On to the New York Dolls again. This is another one like Kate Bush. I just don't know enough to make any comments. Dolly Parton. Here's what I'm going to say on this. Don't they have a Country Music Hall of Fame? Jeez, oh man. Put her in the Country Music Hall of Fame. I think she's probably already there anyway, if they do have one. Rage Against the Machine. Hell yeah. Let's get them some bitches in there already. Should have been in there a long time ago. Lionel Richie. Yes. You guys ever hear the song Running with the Night? Take a listen to it. And don't play that stupid cut down, stripped down version that they played on the radio. Play the version with the almost 2-minute long Steve Lukather solo at the end. You hear some guitar playing. Okay? Yeah, if you're going to have the members of the Jackson family in the Hall of Fame, you can't not have Lionel Richie in there. I mean, if you're going to have, Whitney Houston, members of the Jackson family, and all those cats, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're going to have those folks in there, Lionel Richie's a shoo-in, man. He's got to get it. You got to put him in there. And the fact is, he had Steve Lukather play on one of his songs. And Steve Lukather is one of the greatest guitar players of my lifetime. Yeah, Steve Lukather. Yeah, that guy. You know his band, guys? The Toto, 40 million plus records sold. That guy's been on over 1,500 albums, doing his session work. Hey, where's Toto's induction at? Just saying, guys. They're not just the Africa Rosanna soft rock band that's played on Yacht Rock, on the Yacht Rock station. Take a listen to some of their stuff. It's pretty damn good. Some of it's pretty damn heavy. Carly Simon. Maybe give her some kind of achievement award, or music is like folk music, more on towards the folk side. I don't know. I like her music. She did work with she did have Mick Jagger, invite Mick Jagger to sing with her on that song "You're So Vain." So you know, up for should she be nominated at some point? Yeah, I don't really see a need for her to get in this year. There's other names on this list more deserving. Tribe Called Quest, no, God no. Um, Dionne Warwick. Uh, I supported her. I think the last time she was nominated, if I'm not mistaken, I think she was nominated like a year or so ago, or 2 years ago, or whatever it is. I've been through so much, guys. Forgive me. I forget when she was last nominated, but I believe she was nominated a couple years ago or a year ago. I supported her last time. Um, you know, she should probably. So I would definitely give the hell yeah to her. But again, if you're gonna have Whitney Houston in there, let's have one of her relatives in there too. She's been around longer. Dionne's been around longer. So, again, where are the Ted Nugents at? Where's Poison at? Where's Warrant at? Um, where are the Totos at? Like, where are like rock bands at? When did this thing become like all kinds of artists? And literally, if it's going to be like that, it should be called, as others have called it, the Music Hall of Fame. Um, because rock and roll involves guitars and drums and a little bit heavy and a little bit, a little bit on the edge. So I don't know, guys. Some of these bands, some of these artists that are on this list, just make me shake my head. But you know, you have a few good names on here this year. Definitely a few that I can make my 5 selections in the fan voting every day. I'm quite surprised to see that Eminem is like kicking ass in the fan voting. Has he ever done a rock song in his life? I don't know. But I digress. Um, people like him. People like him. People are going to vote for him. And, if he gets in, congratulations to him. If he gets in, not a fan. Not a fan. I don't think his music is rock and roll or even gets close to rock and roll. But, again, I digress. So anyway, that's just my thoughts on the 2022 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees. If you guys like this video, hit the like and subscribe button, and hang in there. There'll be more videos coming. Take care, guys. Have a good day.